part here, and I'm just thinking about playing over fast chord changes. So I was trying to play and record intro in E, and there was this quick, what we call 1-6-2-5. So on E, it was an E is your 1, C sharp 7, F sharp 7, B7, back to E. So it's like, and then I went, no, in a lick. So over the chord, so it gets a little quick playing over that because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, da ba da ba da. So the intro was kind of like a 1-4-7, like and then it would do that again, E to A7. And then it would go. So, I mean, I could play just single things like, and then, but I thought it'd be fun to kind of work something out. That's something I really like to do. Like, jazz people are really good at this. Like, if they do they'll do and it all works over. But basically it leaves you with a lot of arpeggios because you want to state the chords. It's happening so fast. There's not a whole lot. So like on that I did G7 or G major 7. And then I went to a diminished, that diminished chord like this G sharp diminished, and then A minor or A7. I think I did a substitution. I did like a B flat. Anyway. But I was just outlining chords. So when I was doing this E thing, it's a little bit more bluesier, a little bit more country. So I was thinking of doing something that kind of was, I guess, sparse is the word. So after you do, then I'm gonna over A, I'm gonna go, and then go. I'm not good at it. I'm still learning it. So I created it and I'm learning it. So it's. So I end on this A7, so I do a little walk before I do it. I go. So it's like open A, and then I slide it to the 3rd on the 4th fret. On that low A string, and then G, the 2nd fret, which is an A note, to an open G note, which is the flat 7. And then here's where I start E. I go. So I'm thinking about this E right here, but I know I got this open thing, and so I'm kind of choking that down here. I'm palm muting, not kinda, I am. And I slide into the 3rd because I like that, gives it that bluesier sound. I go and use that as like a ghost note, that palm mute. And I was gonna go, and that does sound nice, but it moves so fast to go and go. So I slide in the 3rd, then hit the 1 of the chord because the first chord's an E. That I had this open E, so I'm gonna hit that, but you gotta make sure it's not too clangy. And now we're already on this chord right here. So the C sharp, and it's a C sharp 7, it's not minor, so you can't just play major scale over this whole thing. So it goes, and so I'm gonna slide in and really state the chord and go, 2 notes of it. So I'm picturing kind of this little A7 barred situation. I'm gonna slide in there on the, slide into the 3rd and the 5, so flat 5, flat 3rd, and slide up from 5th fret to 6th fret, and I'm pinching these two right here, and then I go down and hit the bass note of the C sharp down here. Now a C sharp, the flat 7 in it is a B. So I'm thinking, what open note so I can set up the next chord do I have? So I got, and then I got this open B. So I got, here's E, now C sharp, and now I'm gonna reposition my hand with that open note and go, because I got F sharp, flat 7 there, so I'm gonna go 2nd fret on the G and B string and hammer on to the 3rd of it, from minor 3rd to major 3rd, just with my middle finger on the G string, and then come down here and grab the F sharp. Because the 3rd and the 1, that really says what chord it is, especially, you know, the major chords when you hit that. And then I got the open E, which is the flat 7 of that chord, because it's a major chord. These are out of scale. So I'm going. So I'm really just sliding into chord tones and using chord tones to create the lick. And then 4th fret on the D string. Then I got that open E, so I've got, and now I've got the 5 chords of E. I've got E7 here, but I'm gonna think here because I just did this, so I could do the same thing there. I can go, but I use this shape would be like a on the 2nd fret bar to A7. So I'll slide in on the D and B string from the 3rd fret, from the flat 3rd of the chord. And the flat 5 of the chord right into the 3rd and the 5th. And then I've got this bass note B here. And then I'm going to think about the next chord coming, which is E, and just do the minor 3rd and to major 3rd, go 1st fret on G, hammer on. So that gives me an open to hit because I'm hammering on to the next chord. It's leading into the next chord. And then hit that E right there. So G on the open and 1st fret, and then the 2nd fret on the D string, which is the E note, which makes that E chord. So I'm trying to hit the 3rds and the 1s every time. Really the 3rds, you know, is really what I'm thinking, because that says what these major chords are, and it's because it's jumping. It's going. This little lick, E, 2nd fret open, 2nd fret open on A, 3rd fret, maybe bend it a little bit, or I'm gonna bend it, 3rd fret, kind of bend it, open. So real slow, it's like, here's that, I'm on A and I go, and I don't have it just great yet, as you can tell, and it's going to be fast. It's going to be dun, 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 dun. You know, and I guess that's some things I love to work on is planned out things, and then later on in playing, I feel like those things will show up when I have them under my fingers in my sleep, because right now I don't. Like, I can barely play it. I created it to get myself out of the box that I'm in, you know, and just thinking about playing around those fast chord changes. And then later on, I guarantee you, if I get this right, you're gonna hear probably something from that situation when it comes up again in a different key, but I have that shape, you know. So it's not sometimes early on when I was practicing the guitar, I would think, man, this is in vain. I'm just learning one song. I'm going to use this. I'm spending all this time on it. I'm not even playing a show with it or anything like that, and it's not really getting me. And then I'm going to know this song. I have to move on. But if you understand where it came from or what you're working on, it'll show up later on in your playing when you have it under your fingers, like when you're sleeping. And that's what I would also recommend is if you've ever gotten in front of somebody and you had something and it just all come crumbling down. There can be a multitude of reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is you need to be able to play it not every time when you're sitting here thinking about it and good. You need to be able to play it like when you're having a conversation with somebody else and you can just, you know, there's things that I played and I can stay having a conversation for the most part while doing it. It needs to just be second nature and muscle memory. And then also, when you do think about your playing and you're doing that stuff, you can think about your dynamic and how you're striking it a little bit better. But learning it correctly also on that is what I found anyway. I'm definitely no expert, but I love guitar and I love practicing. And I guess I'm practicing to play in front of people, but I really don't think about it like that. I'm practicing just because I just like playing. And sometimes if I'm playing in front of people, like I can't try as much new stuff, and I can't wait, or I accidentally do something and I'm like, I can't try that over and over in front of people, but I can't wait till I get home so I can work that out and it become part of it. So, you know, yeah, so this is something I'm working on right now. Maybe it's easy for a lot of you, but it's not for me right now. And yeah, so the intro real slow would be like, good night. I can't even do the easy part. I can't remember where I'm at. All right, so let's do it again. And here it comes. See? So I know that I've got hours to practice on, because even when I'm concentrating real hard, you know, and when I press play on this camera, it just all falls apart too. I don't know what the record button is when I start recording. You need to just so have it that you can just worry about your intent and timing, dynamic, you know. And then it gets into that kind of thing. So when you come out of it, I gotta be able to just and then so sloppy right now, but just some fun things to, you know, work around chords. Just like you know, not all those fast chord changes happen just in jazz, where you're just I used to really be able to play that. I ain't been playing jazz here lately. There it is. And those are just all arpeggios, but you know, that doesn't, every now and then you run into you know, and if I was playing something I knew, there's a different you know, I don't have to think about that as much. So you want, I'll be working on getting this other stuff to that, and then, you know, it'll show up in my playing later on when I have it as second nature. So just some thoughts over playing fast chord progressions. This one's an E.